So what's the big stink? Septic systems could create an unbearable load on your real estate transaction. Let's get to the root of the problem. Catch my drift? Hi, welcome to In and Outs, where we bring you, the real estate professional, very short videos on nuggets of information that you're not normally trained on, but could be critical during negotiation and inspection time, and make you look like an informed rock star. Informative and short, in order to get you in and out. Hello, real estate professionals. There are many different types and designs of septic systems, which are based on what's called vertical separation to impervious layers, which is a whole other conversation. Inspection prices are going to vary, obviously, by geography and the number of systems on site, but in Central Florida, it's about $400. The very best situation is one where the buyer pays for the inspection, a few $100, and there's nothing wrong and no action is required for the system. This is simply due diligence time. So the worst scenario is when there is a problem, and for conversation's sake, let's call it a major problem, okay, whatever that might be. The worst case scenario is going to range from low thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. So for that reason alone, I would always recommend a septic inspection. In Florida, it would be unlawful for a home inspector to perform such an inspection. Your area may be different, and in fact, I know some inspectors who have spun some very successful septic inspection companies, and they're in other parts of the country. But septic systems, anyway, aka on-site sewage disposal systems, are designed and engineered by the number of bedrooms, not bathrooms. That's right, the number of bedrooms, not the number of bathrooms, contrary to what you may have believed before. The reason they are designed by the number of bedrooms is that it is assumed two persons will occupy one room, and the average guesstimates are then made regarding the consumption and the wastewater based on that occupancy. So consider this scenario, a scenario we have run across, discovered several times in our business career. Say a house is being flipped or sold, and the original has had a non-permitted 1 or 2 bedroom addition. A new family, a larger family, then moves in, and the original engineered system is overwhelmed in a certain period of time, and then fails to properly function. The new owners only have a few choices: bathe and relieve themselves every other day or two, which is impractical, install a new system at substantial cost, mind you, or enter into a lawsuit, which it's going to include the real estate agents, the home inspector, the seller. It's going to include everybody. As I mentioned earlier, because it's unlawful for a home inspector to perform a septic system, and it would also be impossible for a home inspector to determine the size and the capacity of that system, I could see that the real estate agents could be bearing more of the lawsuit burden. One final point I'd like to make is that you may not always, be able to determine yourself if the house is on septic or sewer, despite the seller's disclosure. We had a situation one time where all the evidence, including a manhole in front of the house and the seller's disclosure that specifically stated that the house was on sewer, it was later proven that the house had never been actually connected to sewer, and the seller knowingly misrepresented that themselves. The seller worked for a judge who actually almost dared the young couple, and these were first-time home buyers, to challenge them in court. The buyers couldn't afford an attorney and were burdened with a very expensive situation. So there you have it. As a buyer or a buyer's agent, I would encourage you to pick up that phone, make that call, and positively identify the type of waste system in place and have it inspected by a licensed professional if it's a septic system during your due diligence time. Hey, if you like these videos, click the like button. We appreciate it. If you've got some specific content that you'd like to see, contact us. We'll do our best to get it in, because the more you know, the more you're worth.